Welcome back to Black Guys Reviews. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Joytoy 2024 Yearly Army Builder action figure. This is the very first time that we've ever seen a Joytoy action figure on a blister card with a bubble. Also in this video, we're going to continue our discussion about these offerings. Just did a video for comparing Joytoy military figures. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't got a chance to check it out, it's really good. It shows you a lot of different kind of figures. And we're going to continue our discussion about, the kit bashing they do for these figures. And then, the quality from these versus the initial offerings. And we're going to do a comparison. So it's going to be a cool video. So go ahead and let's sit down, relax, and get started. So first off, this is the very first time we've had the carded figure. So here is the packaging. It's pretty basic. You can see just a card with Joytoy, Battle for the Stars at the top, and then the figure and accessories. And they kind of fall out. The hands are flopping around in the packaging, probably from shipping, but it's okay. Then we have the desiccant pack in the back. You can see there's a stand back there. Really nothing to see on the sides or bottom, but here on the back, there's some pretty good military artwork there. And it has a number 8 right there. I think there's 8 of these. And we'll discuss those here shortly. There's some subscriptions there. And you can see that they actually use this type of tape that I kind of missed here. This kind of gives you a Vitruvian hacks kind of feel, but they have this tape that comes off like you use on like expensive toys, like maybe like your HasLabs, or if you're careful enough, you can take it off. No issues there. Just gonna throw that there, and because he missed that, and then they have this barcode here. Bunch of information at the bottom. So basically, it's just like a in the Vitruvian hacks figure. You just take a side off. You can put it back in the packaging if you want. Here's our stand that flopped out the pack. The black stand. I'm going to go ahead and get him out of there and we'll take a look at him. Okay, so here is outside the packaging. But first thing, a safety warning. I kind of watched a video the other day and a reviewer called this Joytoy candy. You don't want your children or your young collectors hearing you say that. And then if you're irresponsible and you leave your stuff lay around thinking no one's going to get it, trust me, if you have kids, they're going to get it. And you don't want them eating this desiccant. It even says right on the packaging, keep away from children. So you guys be extra careful. They are our future collectors. If you are raising one or more than one, I should say. It says do not eat. So if you guys are out there reviewing this, please, I'm just asking you guys, you never know who's watching these videos. Don't say Joytoy candy. This is not candy. This is poison. So be very careful. So with that being said, let's going to take a look at the figure. Looks pretty good. So it's kind of on the fence with these. We had a discussion in our previous video about the kit bashing. The head sculpt is the most attractive to this figure because it comes from an exclusive figure that we took a look at in the last video. And I'm going to bring him in this video also, just to do a comparison with him. So it's a very sought after figure. But pretty much all you're getting here, I believe, is just that head sculpt, which is very cool. I do like how the green came out and the silver on this figure. We have the red lens there, the black, either type of optics, light, camera, whatever you want it to be, because this is a nameless character. That's pretty cool right there. Kind of has some silver there, kind of almost like teeth on the side there, on both sides. That's a pretty cool sculpt. That's a great helmet sculpt. It's probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite Joytoy military head sculpt. We have a brown scarf, and then we have the tactical vest. Bunch of details with some silver, some ammunition clips, some type of grenades there done in white and black. Then we have the undershirt there that's done, it's like a grayish color underneath, and then you have the shoulder pads are in green. Then we have there's a watch here in black. Now these elbow pads kind of flopping around on the figure. We're going to get to that here in a second. which are black straps and green. And on the back, he has a small pouch. You can see that throughout the figure, he has a lot of aesthetics, a lot of pouches. He's stacked. You can carry a med kit there. If you had that little cross painted red, that'd be cool. A lot of pouches here on the side. On his belt, it's green with the buckles. He has some thigh pads here. This one's free flowing, I believe. Yeah. So you can see the aesthetics of that pouch. Another pouch, some gear here, front. On this one, it is attached to the belt. So that is one of the things I don't like about this overall design, because it's also attached here on the front. But this is where his pistol case is and some other accessories, which we'll take a look at here in a bit. Overall, knee pads are like gray. He has like a brownish type of pants and boots for the most part underneath his pants. Kind of looks like shoes because of that black joint. There's the bottom of them, the peg holes. Has some soles. Overall, this is probably one of the better ones. So I'm picking this one up so far, and then I get the diver on its way because I have the initial green diver, and I think it's just hopefully that mold, because it was a decent mold. Because I don't think Joytoy had any diver figures, so I think I'm pretty safe there. And getting into that kit bashing stuff, it's like what happens mostly is they just take whatever they have and they try. I bet you someone sits down, or maybe even at a computer, and they just kit bash like all the parts they have. And the color don't matter. And then they get in a figure like this together. Then they come up with the the color pattern that they want to offer. And when it's sometimes doing that, I don't think they really think too much to it, because most of the time the head sculpts, like some of the ones that have, if you don't get the right neck with the right head, you have huge gappage and chicken necks and just cut off, so this look terrible. That's why sometimes you'll see that they use scarves, because that way they can hide that gappage. And that's why you see so many scars. Then you remove the scars, you got those long necks with those terrible cut heads. And then they also have the issue with the crotches. They match up crotches with legs that don't work. There's not enough space in the leg area, and versus the crotch piece they use. You would think that, they would use a crotch piece that was designed for the legs, but when they mixing and matching these things, it happens, and you get those legs that just whoop, they fall right off. They go back on, but they fall off if you move a certain direction. He seems pretty solid on this guy, from what I can tell, unless that thigh pad is just holding that leg on. But for the most part, he's one of the better ones offering. I think the one I liked with the blue shirt and white pants kind of gave me like an operator type feel. He was one of the ones that the leg falls off, so be careful of that one. A couple of the other ones have the Tank Hunter Corvus Belly figure mold, so they're pretty safe. I don't have them, and not totally sure if I'm even picking any more about the diver, because I'm not sure what I want to do with them. So still on the fence, but they're going to be around for a while apparently. So one of the things about these to know is the black joints. Right there you can see the black on the legs, black on the arms, and of course here on the ankles. So that notice that is kind of a giveaway aesthetic there, which isn't like, it is carried over in some more of the mainline offerings. That's not Army Builder pricing. Like these are relative like $19.99, and you'd pay from $30 to $40 on an average for an individual military figure if released singly. So anything else about this guy to watch out for is these kind of move around a little bit. I think what you need to do is heat these up, this band, and get it up just on top of that shirt there, but just below that elbow joint, like right here. And if you can just get up on a shirt, it should keep it in its place. And that's kind of the same thing with the arm pads. If you get them too low, they're going to hit these pouches. You got to get them sitting high enough, but low enough they don't go and mess with your articulation in your joint there. So it should fit, like, see how they went right into there? Like these straps will go just above that pad. And it'll give you a better range of articulation. See how this one's hitting the pad? I haven't adjusted that one. So, other than that, it's pretty good. The joints feel good, a little stiff, but for range, you kind of get it back and forth, side to side, around 360. For the head, of course, it's removable, it's on a ball joint. The arms do rotate. If you set these just perfectly, you can just about get that T-pose, because these kind of go up over the armor if you get them just in the sweet spot there that I was telling you about. And see how that flops around? You're going to have to probably heat that up just to get it on the shirt. But you get that T-pose there, and you get the 90-degree elbows, and then you get rotation at the elbow, 360. And then the hands are pretty much that ball joint where they go back and forth, up and down, all the way around, and in between, anywhere you want. There is some chest articulation there, but the vest is on, which I'm not having any plans of ever taking that off, but you can do that if you would like to for your kit bashing or customs. There's a swivel there just above that ab crunch, all the way around. And there might even be one here at the belt, but it's kind of hindered with all this gear. This is all removable. The pads on the arms, the plate carrier, the belt, and then what you have to work this piece off, and obviously that's removable. These knee pads were sculpted on. Now for splits, you're not going to get a whole lot. You're going to get a lot less articulation on this leg than this one because of that overall black piece right there. It's a nice aesthetic, but it takes away from articulation. You pretty much got a peg leg there because of that. So, but you do get double jointed knees, and they work quite well. There's a thigh cut there for those figures. The feet do pivot down and up, side to side, to articulation up. Works good. You do get a lot for 20 bucks. I mean, Joytoy is not known for, you know, very cheap action figures on the price scale aspect, but 20 bucks anymore. I mean, you're paying, not trying to justify it either, so it's gonna come down to what you like. If you're paying 17, 18 bucks for Star Wars figures, yes, I mean, that's a Star Wars figure. Of course, that's got a bigger fan base, but no one else is doing 1/18 scale military figures. So this an acid rain, which, you know, they have their gappies issues. That's the main purpose. I don't have too many of those. They do have some cool stuff, but they're even worse in prices, in my opinion. So I think it's really cool. I think it should be pretty well. If you watch this video, you know what you're getting into. So it's, for me, it's a sell for me. You know, I kind of was on the fence about why either only building him or what team I wanted to add him to. So here's his pistol. It's really cool. It's like a realistic pistol, more modern pistol. Very nice. So I wasn't sure if I was how I match up his green to some of my squads. Like, I actually thought about, you know, maybe my Spartan squad. He hold that really nice too. That's pretty cool. The finger that goes into the trigger guard there. There's no drill barrel or anything, but it looks pretty awesome. You can see I got that wave there just so you can see the difference in the articulation that you could utilize, you know, obviously. So if you straighten it up, whatever you want to do, you can hold it relatively straight, and it looks good doing it. However, you know, you want to put him in your displays or photography, but there's a place to keep it, which is fantastic. Right here, it looks like it's quite small, but it fits in there nicely. And that's not coming out. There's no way it's coming out. It's going to take a little bit of effort to get it out. So, that was cool. I'm definitely going to have to work on these elbow pads, though. So it comes with, I'll get these out of the way real quick, an open hand if you want to cradle the gun. That's a cool accessory. And another tight or gripping hand, most like for a knife, which he doesn't have. And he comes with this really cool assault rifle. It is a very stiff plastic, so that's a plus. There's no soft plastic. This is, you know, solid. I like it because it doesn't have the, you know, plastic from the stock to the grip. Pretty cool looking. Kind of futuristic kind of weapon. I'm not sure what's going on with this dual scope here. There's like an ACOG and a red dot scope. Maybe in theory you can flop one down, flop one up, interchange it, but you kind of have a scope looking through a scope. Kind of weird in my opinion, but it's a cool design for the most part. And see while he holds it, I just knocked it out of his hand. There's really no place to put that trigger finger because there's no just put it up in the top of there, I guess. And he can hold it pretty good. Can we get it 2 hands? We sure can. I lost my other hand. There we go. I think the stock's long enough. Like if you play with it, and because with a plate carrier or a vest, it definitely hinders. You gotta find that sweet spot. I guess I'm holding it. I'm not gonna mess with it too much, but you can get it to a hand wheel, but you have to play with it. Or you can just use that cradle effect with the other hand, which is pretty cool for the most part. Like I said, I'm trying to like share my knowledge with like you know, Joytoy figures, because you gotta just put it in your mind, if you guys collect Joytoy or interested in Joytoy, just when you hear yearly Army Builder figures, to use your caution because of the kit bashing and stuff like that. So you kind of have an idea. Because it's not cheap to begin with, and he wants to blow 20 bucks on something that falls apart, right? So open up this stand. There's a black shiny stand, and it's for your figure. If you like to display your figures on your shelf, it fits relatively nicely. Looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and grab his counterpart and be right back. Alright, so where's the head sculpt that these come from? I'm going to show you the difference here in quality and what you're getting versus a premium offering versus their Army Builder, yearly Army Builder kit bashes. So here you go. So you have that amazing head sculpt. But you can see on the premium one how you get that gloss paint, that extra detail, than you do from the overall yearly Army Builder. And you can see here, this is like the very premium one. He's like 38 bucks when he came out, I think. You get the premium paint, the glossy. I mean, some people don't like gloss, but he looks so fantastic. You got the overall tampos here on throughout the figure. You can see the vest. I don't think they've used this vest before, again, and that I know of. And then there's the legs versus those legs. These are just your standard military legs. And then you have these premium armor legs. And that's the old style pistol case. And you're going to see the details on the back here. The overall paint. And instead of just, you got green powder, you got this different color plastic here. But you have different parts here, but they're painted very nicely. And you're talking, that's the difference. And you can feel the quality in the figures too. I mean, this is a decent figure, don't get me wrong. I do recommend it, but I'm just trying to give you an example of what's happening with these years, especially if you're new to the game. And okay, well, I got these. You bought these your Army Builder figures. That's your first impression, and you're like, oh, these figures are, especially if you get a bad one, oh, they're junk, or they're arcade, or mediocre, or whatever. But there's a reason they're 20 bucks. And like I said, we did look at his stand. This is his stand, and this is your premium stand. So you see what I'm saying? You get how much more you're getting. Now we took a look at his assault rifle. You got this, and this is his. You can see the premium paint, the different colors, the attention to detail on this gun versus this gun. This is a piece of black plastic. This is pure amazing. And then you get a pistol, obviously, with the yearly one. Okay, so with that guy, for example, you're getting this gun. It's like a heavy shotgun, fully automatic shotgun. And then you get a bag of goodies, which I think, without having to open them, you got pistol, you got knife, a machete, and some extra hands. So you get all those extra accessories with that. So if you want to check out his review, I've done a review for him. It's been a while. So if you want to check out his review, you want to see all the accessories that come with, check that one out. But you guys get the point I'm trying to, to show you guys. If you guys, especially if you're new to the game, like I said. So there you go. I try to make this video help, some newer collectors are considering, some 19 scale military figures because of this. This is what, February 2024, if you're watching this in the future. Hasbro, no one's making 1/18 scale figures anymore besides small, companies that want a fortune for the figures because, they're not making as much as like Hasbro does, which I'm saying Hasbro's figures are cheap, but when you go outside the Star Wars, you're not getting any more, as of right now, that we know of, G.I. Joes or any kind of military figures from anywhere else, especially realistic military figures. So hopefully this helps you guys. If it does, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're new to the game and this helps you or not. If it doesn't, if you're a veteran, share this video with one of your friends that maybe want to get into it. Kind of give them an idea on what to look for. So, hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.